What's up everybody, welcome back to AZ Trading, and in this video I'll be showing you guys how you can make a profit even when your original trade idea doesn't go to plan. So for this trade we've managed to capture this bullish move over here on the 22nd of July, so a Friday, and we're on the NASDAQ 100. And once again, to find our entry and how we form the trade, we use the RMR pattern, which is a raid, market structure shift, and then we participate on the return area. So let's pretend to look at price live so you can see what I saw in order to find my entry. So as price moves on, we can note these relative equal lows down here. So price goes on, okay, once we've broken those equal lows, we call that the raid. I'll just label that there. Then we continue to scroll through and we look for a market structure shift. So we go through, and once it starts breaking swing highs, so it broke this swing high here, it starts to break this swing high. So once it does so, we call that the market structure shift. And during this market structure shift, you can see it's very bullish, it's very decisive. A lot of people during this sort of movement will start to FOMO, start to buy longs, buy there, buy here. Someone's going to be buying up there, but we don't want to be doing that for many reasons, which is why we wait for the return area. So finally, the return area, we go through, and we see a gap that's been painted during the market structure shift. We extend that one out, and this is where we're looking to participate. So as price retraces back into that gap, we're allowed to place a long, and once you place that entry, you cannot forget about your stop loss, which most of the times it is at the bottom or the top of the raid, so it's there in this case. And finally, you can look for objectives to take your partials at. So for me, there's a previous day high over here. So once we break that, we can take a partial, and any other key areas, such as swing highs and different gaps, you can take further partials at. And now let me turn on my executions so you can see that I'm not just all talk. So we have our entries right there, and I can show you my account history over here, all my limits and market orders, and the account history over here. So during this trade, I managed to participate as soon as it returned to this gap here. Once again, very, very minimal drawdown. This seems to be becoming a theme with the RMR pattern, having very little drawdown from such precise entries. And as it reached for the previous day high, we managed to take off a partial. So in my case, I took off half my position. And as I did so, I reduced my risk and I brought my stop loss to the break-even level. Once I did so, if the trade stopped me out, I'd be okay. And if it ran to the moon, excellent. In this case, I did get stopped out here. So my final position was taken out. And not only that, you can see how the rest of the day traded, which was very bearish afterwards. And because we decided to bring our stop loss to break even, that prevented us from losing more than what was necessary. This is why having a stop loss, not just in any area, but a very logical area, is extremely important for every trade you enter. What I mean by a logical area is if it breaks your stop loss, that is just a sign of the invalidation of your trade. If you're still struggling with things like emotional control during drawdown and increasing your stop loss, try to remember that your stop is placed in a logical area that invalidates your trade idea. So when you're in drawdown, if you're the type to continuously move and increase your stop loss, first of all, try your best not to. It's not a very good trading habit, and doing so can make things spiral out of control very, very quickly, as you can see. So once again, a very clean setup based on the RMR pattern, which framed a short-term liquidity run from this raid down here to the previous day high up here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to each and every one of you. And as always, take care guys. Peace.